Welcome to Enlow Field here in Evansville, Indiana. The Jasper Wildcats start their 2021 season on the road against the Evansville Memorial Tigers. The Wildcats coming off their 7-3 season last year against a Memorial team that finished 8-4. Hello, everybody. I'm Craig Schneider along with Bob Welp and Jeremy Marcos on the video. And Bob taking a look at things for both these teams. Now, the Wildcats, of course, have to replace 4 all-conference players, including Blake Mann at quarterback, Quade Pope, kind of led that offensive line last year, Ross Peter, Lance Dawkins at the running back position. So the Wildcats are going to have some players having to fill some spots there versus a team, Memorial, that actually has 20 returning starters coming into this game, and they had 10 players on the 2 all-conference teams last year, and 9 of them are returning. So really you got a team that's got some question marks, even though we have a lot of returning players from last year, but we still have some question mark in some key positions versus a Memorial team that's pretty set in most of their spots.
Yeah, and if you think about it, last year when Memorial started the season off really rough, you know, they dropped the first 2, if not the first 3, and then they end up 8-4. So they had it going towards the end.
Oh yeah.
Jasper just had to keep them out. And if it's Ashton Sheeter that picks up, if I recall right, the right game, that takes the fumble to the house, that gives us the 14-3 lead.
Right.
You know, the Memorial offense over there with all the hype they had last year, and then coming back this year, I guarantee you when they looked at that game film and they realized, oh my. You know, we only put up 3 points. I'm sure they were very disgusted with that.
Right.
Jasper's going to talk about doing a different type of defense, you know, 3-3 stack. I have no idea how that's going to play out. Coach Lewis wants to play to what he feels is a strength to our defense and put some speed guys out there, you know, guys that can get to the ball. Well, you know, we're going to have to see how that plays out.
And the thing is, the Wildcats will be contending against a new quarterback. You know, Colton Pence has graduated, and he was an all-state player for this Memorial team, but Caleb Elbsman is going to get the start. He's a junior, and actually last year he came in relief against Vincennes and did well, helping them to lead them to a victory 21-6. But then the next week had a tougher test. He had to start against Castle, and we know how good Castle was last year, and he led them to a victory in that football game, including a game-winning drive late in that football game in the last minutes or so. But he's 32 of 43 passing for 287 yards and 1 touchdown. So even though he's new in that position, he's got pretty good experience there coming in.
Yeah, and they did it the right way, because when they got into Castle, you know, and got that victory, they were really starting to roll the ball at that time, and there was a lot of guys taking care of what they were supposed to be taking care of, so he didn't have to overthink. It's just, you know, quarterback, you know, make the good handoff, make sure the ball's dumped across the middle when they come through. He didn't have to worry about the blocking assignments, you know, linebacker stunting this way. Offensive linemen took all that. So they didn't put too much on his plate. Kid's got talent.
Right.
I mean, he really does. And Memorial is really, in their warm-ups, they're on cloud 9 right now. Let's see if Jasper can take that heart away from them right away and make this a grind-out game, because honestly, I think that's the only way Jasper's going to win it.
All right, so the Wildcats actually will get the football to start this game. Memorial won the toss but deferred to the second half, so Jasper will start on offense, assuming everything goes smoothly on the kickoff here. But, you know, again, key players making some changes for the Wildcats. First of all, their quarterback having to replace man from last year, so they're going to be starting Will Weinzapple. He's a senior, number 9, 6'3", 180 pounds, so we'll get an early indication of what he'll be able to do to help this Wildcat offense. But also some key changes is that you got Ashton Sheeter, who is moving from the center position that he played on offense. He's also a linebacker on defense, but he's going to be in the backfield as a fullback along with Isaac Day. So should give us a combination of power and north-south running with Sheeter, but also some really good athleticism and what you're going to get from Isaac Day.
Yeah, and you know, you were talking about seeing what Jasper can do, providing everything goes well. A turnover on the first play of the game on the road is not a good way to start out.
All right, so Day's going to return this football on
Nice
the kickoff, and he loses the handle, and the ball is on the ground. Nobody saw it on either team until the very last minute, and the Wildcats are able to jump on it. So, oh boy. Like I said, as long as everything goes smoothly on the kickoff, and the Cats will have the football 1st and 10, so they will start right at the 23-yard line, it looks like. They actually mentioned as far as the scoreboard, the score and the time is going to be right, but the the downs and yards to go and all that, I think, are a little messed up tonight, so we're going to have to call it ourselves. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, and right away starting in the backfield, that is Ashton Sheeter, and we'll see if he gets an opportunity to carry the football, and he does. He lumbers to the left side, and he's able to get some positive yardage there, gets just shy of the 30-yard line, so a nice pickup of about 6 on that first run for Ashton Sheeter.
Well, he did a nice job of seeing what the linebackers were doing. When you get a guy the size of Ashton Sheeter, you have too many people standing up saying just run north and south, big fella. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but if you're stacking everybody in the middle, you got to have the ability at least once, twice, 4 times a game to get to the outside so they don't really know what you're doing. And he did a nice job of bouncing it out.
So Jack Albrand getting the start. He started most of last year as a wide out. He's back in that position this year. And here's Winesapple with his first carry of the ball game. And again, the Wildcat running game is looking strong as they were able to get across the 35 to about the 38-yard line there. So a nice pickup of about 9.
Well, to bring in Sheeter out of the game, you wonder if they're going to slap Day back there. But, you know, it's about as early as can be, you know, the first drive, first down. But if Jasper can keep their offense out and we go down, we score, that's the key for Jasper. Control the ball on offense.
Man comes in motion. Winesapple's going to run the option. He pitches out there, and that is Cooper Ewing with a nice jump over there. It actually went at his legs, and that player is down from Memorial. I'm trying to see the number is. It looks like it's number 38. He's slow to get up, and that's Ray Brody, a senior. And so he's still down on the field, but nice job, though, because, I mean, he got back here quickly and could have knocked that for a loss, but Cooper Ewing with a nice play to get away from that.
Well, we needed and I'm trying to see, I've got the listing here, but I didn't see his number. But anyways, number 4 kind of curling back. If he gets in front of his guy, then our running back can either bounce either way. Now, he did get him out to where he could get a few yards, but there was a potential of getting around the corner. You got to stay with your blocks.
All right, this time it's given to Day. Winesapple kept that football, so again, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Nice job by Winesapple to be able to get that first down yardage, so he rushes for 7 yards, and the Cats have moved the sticks again.
Well, anybody that's heard me call a game last year knows that I'm one of the biggest fans of Blake Mann, the way he was able to hide that ball. You said Day, and when you made the comment that Day had the ball was on the shoulder pad. I mean, you talk about pulling the ball out at the last second.
Yeah, right.
That was pretty impressive there.
All right, so just shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. 10 minutes to go here. Opening drive for the Jasper Wildcats in this 2021 season as, again, Winesapple keeps it this time, but he is really stuffed there, especially by number 71, Caleb Collins. 6'3", 215, and he knocks him back. But his momentum did give him at least a yard there, so it'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Memorial, when they run the 4-4 defense, they're gonna slant a lot. And unfortunately, on that particular play, we went right into the slant. So we went into the teeth of the defense. Did actually a really nice job, as you alluded to, picking up a yard.
So again, 3 of these players on the field right now are all conference for Memorial on the defensive side. And Winesapple keeps it this time. Nobody saw it as he pulled it out again, and he's able to rush into Memorial territory down to the 45-yard line. So another first and 10 for the Cats. Pickup of 12 on that run.
I tell you, the one thing that the Memorial defensive linebackers coaches must have really been focusing on this week in practice is when we're doing that little dive fake. Now, he's doing a great job of keeping it in the belly and pulling it out at the last second to get around, get us the first down. But their linebackers are hitting on our inside guy hard. So if we can get Winesapple to pop out a few, maybe the middle opens up a little bit.
So the ball spotted right at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cats. 8:56 to go here in the first quarter. Winesapple keeps it again. He pitches it out. He's got Cooper, and Cooper's able to get to the corner there. And so he rushes down to the 45-yard line. So a good job by the quarterback to draw that defense and then pitched it right out there to number 13. So Ewing with a nice run.
Well, the pitch, you'd like to see the pitch a little bit harder, but Winesapple's timing is almost picture perfect right now. And, you know, that's a big part of it. You know, But if we get it, we move down. We talked about it before the game. 3 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards. Go down, score, use a lot of clock. It's a good recipe for a victory.
So this time he does give it to the fullback. There's an opening on the right side. He's able to cut the corner there. And plowing there is Isaac Day, getting in deeper into Memorial territory. See where they spot that football. He's inside, right at the 20-yard line. So a big run for the Cats there, pick up a 15.
They did a really nice job when he got to the outside. He started to belly it back towards the middle. Once he seen the top guys come out, then he went kind of ran a smile pattern and came out a little bit more and did that twice and ended up picking up about an extra 5 yards.
So the Wildcat offensive line doing their job, opening up those holes. We'll point out the starters here shortly when we get a second, but this time Winesapple pitches out Ewing, and he gets knocked out of bounds, but still positive yardage on that run. But this offensive line, new center in the spot, that is Jackson Bauer, number 68. Gus Heichelbeck back and one of the guard spots along with Jacob Potts, so they got some experience there. Mateo Hernandez is a tackle, and also Michael Beekler, who actually will play on the defensive line as well. But other starters for the Wildcats, Connor Foley, a tight end, but being utilized as a blocker on this drive right here. So again, that front line is just really dominating the line of scrimmage. All right, so the give is to Sheeter this time, and he tries to just muscle his way a little bit further there, get some positive yardage, trying to see where they'll spot that football. I think it's just going to be shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Well, 211 pounds, he definitely has a lot of power there. The one thing that really made me nervous is when he popped out from his initial hit, the ball was in the one arm, tucked between the fingers and the elbow. It's like, you got guys all around you about ready to knock your block off. Secure the ball. One thing we don't need is to put up a drive like this and turn it over at the end. So secure that ball.
All right, so the Cats are facing a third down situation, and they need about 6 yards here. Winesapple looking to throw for the first time. Completes it out there in a flat. He's going to get it to about the 9-yard line, so he's able to hook up. Trying to see if that was Albrain who hauled that in. Yeah, it looks like it was. So number 4, Jack Albrain gets his first catch, and that's going to be a first down for the Cats.
That was a nice release. Albrain did a nice enough job that too many receivers, especially when they're young receivers, it's almost like when you're cutting in basketball. When the pass is coming towards you, you have to attack the ball. There's too many young guys turn around if they're doing a button hook and just stay right there. He did a nice job of coming back to the ball.
All right, so we'll see if the Wildcats can do it with the running game here. First and goal from the 9. Winesapple keeps it, and he's got some little surge there that's going to get him inside the 5 down to about the 3-yard line is where they're going to spot that football. So a big pickup of 6 on that first down play.
Boy, he was the classic example of the old pinball there. He was getting hit from every angle, kept the ball tied up in his body, and just when he was starting to go down, just, hey, I'm going to plant my foot, try to get that last extra surge, picked up an extra yard. Very nice job.
Oh, he just met in the backfield, but we got some penalty flags flying here. I'm saying this might be on the Wildcats, but yeah, just unless it was an offsides or something, because boy, he was just really quickly in the backfield there.
Boy, I'm telling you.
All right, so we'll see what the call is here as they spot the football at the 5-yard line.
I can't believe on a little dive like that we've got a hold on the inside or anything like that.
In this situation, you want to push Jasper back depending on. Oh, it's against Memorial.
Illegal substitution.
All right, so the penalty's against the Tigers, and so the Cats will get half the distance and the down back.
Craig, you and I have talked about since the beginning of time when it comes to sports, when you get opportunities, what do you do with those opportunities? Jasper catches a big break. Now they just got to finish it off. They've got to say thank you very much, thanks for the points. They must get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I was going to say it.
Like that.
They need to spot it. Yeah, it's closer there. It's actually inside the 2.
Yeah.
So second and goal, I'm going to say from about 2 yards out here because, again, we were at about the 3-yard line prior to that play. All right, so Winesapple pitches it out.
Pitch.
Oh, and he's able to handle it, and Cooper Ewing takes it in for the touchdown. So the Wildcats offensive juggernaut is coming on the ground for the most part. And the Cats, to start the season, just march right downfield for the score.
Well, you know, you've heard every sports guy say it over the airwaves for as long as can be, you know. Oh, that's exactly what the visiting team wanted. They wanted to march right down the field and scored. Well, you know, the old thing is easier said than done. But Jasper made that look pretty easy right there. I hope they can continue that through the game.
Absolutely. So the offensive line doing a great job just marching us right down the field. And the extra point is straight through. So the Wildcats lead this football game with 6:30 to go in the first quarter, 7-0 against the Memorial Tigers here on 18 WJTS. 80 teeing it up for the Wildcats. He kicked the extra point to make it 7-0. So Tony Lewis in his third year at Jasper High School, 13-7 against John Hurley, who's in his 14th year at Memorials, had tremendous success, 108-59, as we mentioned, 8-4 last year. But both these teams, actually, their tournament play was stopped by the Central Bears, who won this sectional in sectional 24.
All right, stay in your lanes, guys. Nice.
That ball's going to drop, so it's fielded right there inside the 5. Cats have got to converge on him, though, and they're able to finally stop him. That's Cooper Ewing, who was able to make the contact there and slow him up. But number 12, Hugh Pierce, kind of misjudged that football, and we actually got a penalty flag down there at about the 8-yard line.
You know, isn't it funny that big plays, how many of them against Memorial, blocking the back?
Yep.
But isn't it funny how many big plays happen from a broken play?
Oh, yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
It gets through there, and Jasper did a nice job of closing in at the end. But so we go down, we score, just march right down the field. You know, we got them deep on the next specialty teams. The one thing that we cannot allow is for Memorial to get a big play and go and tie it and grab that momentum right back. I think that even though it's early in the game, if we get a good stop here, get the ball back, go down, punch another one in, there could be some people scratching their head over on the other sideline.
All right, so Memorial really in a tough situation here, starting at the 4-yard line, but the give is into the backfield, so he's able to rush the football. Trying to see, again, we have to do our own spotting up here, and we're actually looking into the sun for right now. It's about ready to go down there because we're on the opposite side, on the Jasper side, than what we normally are over there in the press area, but he's able to rush that football to the 6-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 8.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the scoreboard has a malfunction, so the score, the time clock, and game clock are
Okay.
So the quarterback, Caleb Elpsperman, as we mentioned, saw some key action in 2 wins last year for Memorial, but now they pitch out to the outside, and there's some running room, and good job by Day to finally slow him up, but he's going to have plenty for that first down as he rushes to the, looks like to the 15, 20-yard line, actually, so a pickup of 14 on that play.
Well, we were talking about their 3-3 defense. On that particular setup there, and our angle's not the best, but it seemed like we had our 4 defensive guy over on the defensive end, and we kind of, the guy on this side was over the guard. Memorial's got too much speed not to equal it out.
So Xavier Tyler getting the first 2 carries for the Wildcats.
Nice, got him.
Tigers, and well, he had a man right there.
Yeah.
He kind of threw it at the last second, but good pressure by the Wildcats. And I'm trying to see, I think that was number 16 getting in on there, and that's Ian Giesler. So good job by the Wildcats to put pressure on the quarterback on their first pass attempt there. So Josh Russell was the intended target, if you want to call it that, but he pretty well threw the football away there. So it'll set up a 2nd and 10. Ball spotted right there at the 20-yard line. 5:24 to go here in the first quarter. Jasper with an early 7-0 lead. Cats come with the stunt, and that was Sheeter coming in there, and he's able to get in the backfield, but the tackle actually made. I'm trying to see the number there, and again, the Wildcats with their white jerseys, and I think that was, no, it actually was Ian Giesler again. So.
Yeah. Well, you got the sun about right, perfectly eye level to what we're we're looking at. So, yeah, I'm with you. I'm trying to help you out, and I'm getting blinded myself.
I actually checked that. I think that was 19, Ty Wiseman, so we'll give him credit for the tackle for loss. So it's a 1-yard loss. We'll bring up a 3rd and long for the Tigers here from the 19-yard line.
See if we bring our linebacker up the middle again, make the center commit.
Elsperman's going to roll to his right this time. Gets a pass out there, and he completes it, and that's going to be enough for the first down as he caught it right there at the 31-yard line. So Dominic Norman hauling that one in.
I think the coach, through the course of the game, when he rolled to our side, the strong side over here, you know, we had a lot of pressure there. So the coach decided to roll him out on the other side. I think Memorial's starting to realize the way Jasper's bringing their linebackers, at least at the beginning, up the middle, the straight drop back pass is going to be difficult. So they've been rolling him out, trying to give him a few extra minutes.
So 12 yards on the play, gives him the 1st and 10 from the 31. Now he's looking downfield, and that is Allbrand just waiting for that football to come down. Did he hang on to it?
Yes,
he did. Yeah, he did not throw that to the outside. He had a man going downfield, Leo Collins, but he threw it too far in, and it was just an easy interception there for Allbrand. So the Wildcats taking advantage and get the first turnover of the football game, and their second possession will start right there at the 35-yard line.
Allbrand did a nice job of rolling back, seeing the ball, reading the ball, looking the ball in. Even as soon as he caught it, he had some contact, he kept control of the ball. Memorial's receiver has to become a defender right there. And Allbrand was playing the ball, and the Memorial receiver wouldn't even turn him back. But good pressure from the defensive line to be at the quarterback's feet to make sure he gets rid of it early.
All right, so the Wildcats split just one wide receiver. That's Allbrand to our near side. Now they're going to throw. Looking to chuck it downfield if he can hit him, and just overthrows his receiver. So that was number 16, Ian Giesler. And just not able to hook up on that play, but he was there.
I know it's kind of chintzy to say that when a quarterback misses a receiver like that, oh, you'd like to have that one back. Well, that was going to be a really tough play because he's going to have to, really fit it right there on the sideline. But, man, it was there.
All right, so 2nd down and 10. Stops the clock at 3:57 here in the first quarter. Jasper leading 7-0. Winesapple. Oh, he loses the football, and
can't do
looked
that.
like he was able to get and Memorial comes up with it. So the Wildcats take it away and give it right back after 2 plays there.
Not.
All right, so the Wildcats, their front line, Will Wallace, Michael Beekler, and Jacob Potts. See if they can stuff the line of scrimmage, but they're going to pitch out to the right side, and there's a nice move, but finally brought down. Picks up about 3 on the play, so Xavier Tyler is getting a lot of the calls here so far for Memorial from the backfield.
Well, if you look at Jasper, the reason we talk about their pursuit being so important is the one thing Memorial really likes to do is pitch it out, get some speed going that way, get all the big bodies from Jasper going that way, and then cut it back. But the pursuit up until this point of the game has been really good. So when he's cut back, he's met with some white shirts.
So actually just a gain of about 1 on the play. Elfsman goes under center this time.
Nice cut.
Tyler gets it on the right side. Now he's starting to carry some Wildcats, and he's able to get across the 25-yard line. That'll be plenty for the first down. So Xavier Tyler starting to heat up a little bit here on this second drive for Memorial.
Well, took some good shots from the Jasper defenders. Unfortunately, they were up around the numbers. When you get somebody like Tyler with his ability, you have got to get in his legs. And if you're just going to think you're going to be a man and throw a shoulder into him and try to knock him off his feet, I think he'll get a lot of extra yards. We've got to wrap him up.
So 13 yards sets it up, 1st and 10. 2:37 on the clock here. Elfsman taking his time running from the shotgun, but he pitches out to Tyler on the left side. And the Cats were able to get some contact. Now he breaks away, and he could take this all the way. Dives towards the pylon, but not able to get there. So he's inside. I think they're going to spot it maybe just right at the 5-yard line, but big run there will set up Memorial 1st and goal from the 5.
Not much to say other than perfect example of wrapping up. We made good contact with him. Now he is a shifty back. I'll give him that. But when you get contact in there, you got to wrap his leg up. Even if you slip off both legs and you can only get yourself around one of the drumsticks, you got to do it.
So Memorial looking to take advantage of the turnover, but a good job by the Wildcats there, and actually trying to see who got in the backfield. That was Potts who got in the backfield to slow him up, and then the Wildcat defenders finished it off. So good job by Potts to kind of break that play from happening, and actually winds up with a 2-yard loss.
I'm surprised with his shiftiness and his stop-start speed that they didn't take him to the wide side of the field. Now, it worked out in our favor the last time. Let's see if they do decide to go sweep, that they don't go to the wide side of the field.
So 2nd down and goal. They need 7 yards for a touchdown, Memorial. This time splits 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side, including number 8, Dominic Norman.
Hurley may put it up in the air.
Oh, they actually give on the ISO play there. Number 9, Josh Russell, who actually had a good season last year running the football, is able to get it back to the 5-yard line. That's where they started on this series of goal plays here. So it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 5. So the Cats really need to stuff the defense here.
Absolutely. I'm looking for either a quarterback bootleg or maybe Tyler to the wide side of the field. I'd really be surprised if they try to attack Jasper up the middle. To the point of this game, Jasper's controlled that interior line of scrimmage.
So he's going to roll to his right. He's looking towards the end zone. Not much there, and the Cats, good job defensively. Oh, he caught it. Wow, I thought that ball was way low, but hauling it in. Number 21 snagging that football. That is Jack Brackett. So a 5-yard touchdown play on 3rd down. As just at the last minute, Elfsman threw that football into the end zone and was able to hit Brackett diving for the ball for the score.
You know, our angle's not the best, but that almost had to be a shoestring, catch. But I was with you. I thought it was in the turf. It's a good kicker right here.
So he's returning this year.
Good
actually,
deal.
the ball
Good
goes
deal.
down. The Cats. Oh, and it's picked off. Okay, so that's a dead ball in high school. Yep. But all right, so the Wildcats were able to get back there. It looked like a fumbled snap or something. But regardless, the Cats have the lead, 7-6 over the Memorial Tigers. 44 seconds to go here in the first quarter here on 18 WJTS. All right, so Nico Brome, all-conference kicker last year, will kick off for the Memorial Tigers. Didn't get a chance to kick that extra point as the snap wasn't quite there, so Cats will get a chance here. Their 3rd opportunity as it's fielded at the 10-yard line. That's Day. Lowers his head, nice job. He's able to get across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. So Cats will start with the football there, leading 7-6 over the Memorial Tigers. Cats had an interception, but then 2 plays later fumbled it right back to Memorial, and they were able to get points off that turnover with the touchdown. That was a 5-yard touchdown pass.
You know, you were telling me before the game about the kicker and him being all conference and all that stuff. And the one thing that we did see is there seemed to be a little bit of turmoil between the center and the guy receiving it to put the ball down for the kicker. And we didn't know how that was going to play out. Well, it helped Jasper out on that one. Now let's take advantage.
So Winesapple gives to the right side. That is Sheeter, and Sheeter gets across the 35-yard line, and that's going to be close to a 1st down. See if they move the chains or not.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. They're thinking, yep.
Well, they do give it to him, so Sheeter with a 1st down run.
You know, Craig, that was the first time that I have noticed tonight that when Weinzappel has turned to either side. He's actually went to the backside on that one.
Ooh, almost lost the exchange there. Sheeter gets another rush to the left side. Comes off tackle this time, gets across the 40. So, again, Sheeter moving into this new position. It's going to take a little bit of time for him to kind of get his feet wet, but looking good so far in these 2 runs.
Well, playing the position he did last year, I mean, at least he got used to that physical play. But, yeah, I'm with you, Craig. You pound him a little bit. Maybe, Dave from the outside or screen pass or something like that really opens up.
All right, so we'll take a break here. Into the first quarter, Jasper leads the Memorial Tigers 7-6 here on 18 WJTS. That's back in action. Of course, every game these days is a conference game. So, and there we go with a nice little play there. Get out to Albrand, and he's going to try to get through his blocks, and he does. He gets across midfield, and he's able to get to the Memorial 47-yard line. So a nice little pitch and catch and a first down with 13 yards.
Hernandez did a heck of a job of getting out here. And Albrand, of course, from the baseball and all that, we know his speed in the area he can cover out in the outfield. But he did a real nice job of making the defender take a bite towards the inside and then just kind of coming back around Hernandez, and did an excellent job of getting in the middle of the field and picking up extra yards.
So Albrand with 2 catches on the night. Oh, and actually Weinzappel loses the football again, and Memorial has it. So the quarterback on the last 2 drives having some tough times handling the football. He just had that football just drop right out of his hands. So, again, I know there's a lot of decisions to make in that quarterback spot, but the main thing is you got to protect the football.
Well, anything that you do in your life, there's always there's always that one thing that you must do because nothing else matters if you don't do that one thing. And that just looked like he never had control of the ball. But now Jasper's defense is going to be put in the spot.
All right, so Memorial again with really good field position here, just shy of midfield at the 47-yard line. Elserman looking to throw. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Cats can't get to him. Now he's got a chance to look downfield, and he completes wide open there at the 40-yard line. And he's able to get down to about the 32. So a big play there as he hooks up with Dominique Norman, number 8. And Norman's able to get deep into Wildcat territory now. Second play on this drive, so immediately they take advantage of that turnover by the Wildcats. Pickup of 17.
Well, Bear rolled back, and then when the receiver cut back up, Bear kept going. You got to plant your feet, young fella. Oh, I can't believe they didn't flag
jump
that.
Off there.
I don't think the Memorial fans agree with not throwing the flag. And then to get one against Memorial on top of it, they're not going to be happy at all. So if Jasper jumps, is it them breaking the line of scrimmage or making contact? I always thought it was contact, but it seemed like in the past we've had a few flags just breaking the line.
That was a timeout
But
and no penalty on the play.
Oh, okay, so it's a timeout. It's not a penalty against Memorial. So,
well, Hurley's usually on it.
All right, well, let's take a break here. Jasper leading 7-6, but Memorial at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10 when we come back here on 18 WJTS. All right, after the timeout, Memorial with the football, 1st and 10 after their 25-yard hookup. Elpsman to Norman.
Dive.
They give it, and he actually able to get away from contact in the backfield, and now he rushes. Should be close to a first down there, so Xavier Tyler doing the job here. So that's going to move the chains there to the 22-yard line, so 10-yard pickup on the play.
You know, I give the young man props for being strong when he runs. But if Jasper's going to hit him 4 times and not wrap him up, I mean, it's just going to be more of that the whole night. And then he's going to get all kinds of confidence. I mean, we have got to, that first initial hit, we cannot give him any yards after first contact. Now what?
All right, I think Memorial's going to have to call another timeout. So, all right, with 10:07 to go, Jasper 7, Memorial 6 are on 18 WJTS. So Wildcat defense works their way back onto the field. Put to the test here for a second time as Wildcat offense has fumbled twice to Memorial. They came up with 6 points the first time around. Right now in Wildcat territory at the 22, 1st and 10 after a 25-yard pass play and a 10-yard run. A little play action this time, and Elpsman's going to roll to his right. And
nice job.
He is going to go down, so getting back there in the backfield, that's Michael Beekler making the play, number 50, so credit him with the sack of the quarterback.
You know, too often you see these guys come out like Beekler did, and they'll still be 3-4 yards before they launch their body towards there. He did a real nice job of closing that gap and then just wrapped him up and hit him well enough to where he couldn't even try to get the ball out when he was falling. It was protection city when he was going down.
So loss of 3 on the play makes it 2nd and 13.
Come on, let's get him 3rd and long.
This time they pitch it out. Dancing around in the backfield, but he's able to get around the corner. Now it looks like he's going to have an easy path into the end zone as he takes it down the sideline. So Tyler takes that pitch. Looks like he was going to be slowed up, but then was able to get around and take it all the way for the score.
Well, that's when he dipped into the middle of the field with his right foot, our pursuit on the outside, or our containment, I should say, on the outside, came towards the middle of the field. And you have that kind of speed that can bounce it back up. And once he hit the corner, it was all she wrote. If we're diligent and we stay at home, he never bounces it outside. But, you know, it is what it is, and let's see what we can do about it.
So Nico Brome's out there to kick the extra point. And he pops it straight through. So Memorial now leads the Jasper Wildcats after that 25-yard run by Xavier Tyler. 2 turnovers for the Wildcats turn into 2 touchdown scores for the Memorial Tigers. They lead 13-7 over the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS. All right, so Memorial kicking off to the Wildcats. Deep for the Wildcats is number 20, Braylon Bear, and also number 31, Isaac Day. Day has returned the first 2 kickoffs. 13-7, Memorial leading the Wildcats with 9:13 to go here in the second quarter. It looks like Bear's going to get a chance here inside the 5. And he is popped right there at the 20-yard line. So Cats will start with the football there, 1st and 10.
Well, we're going to find out what kind of metal the White have out there right now. You know, you and I were talking about it during the commercial break. You know, with 9:06, you got to go down, you got to answer. You can't let Memorial control, get a stop, and get the ball back. They'd get it at the beginning of the half, or at the end of the half. We've got to answer. It's imperative.
We got a personnel change out there. Griffin Heil, sophomore, 6'4", 227, number 66, is starting this series in that right tackle spot. Allbrand splits right, man in motion. And they give it to Day on the left side. Not much running room there. And pick up 3 yards on the play.
Offensive lineman did a nice job of sliding out to the left and picking up the initial blocks. It was the linebackers that came through. Their defensive line tied up our offensive line, which allowed them to float to the ball. We have to make contact with the defensive line, slide off, and pick up that secondary defense. Easier said than done, I know.
Sam Filbert's in a nose guard spot, number 70. The Cats going to try another pitch and catch out here, but it's read very well there by number 21, Jack Brackett. So he comes and makes the pop.
Yeah, and great read.
So it looks like no gain on the play, so it's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Cats in this situation. And you know, one player we haven't even mentioned tonight, and that's Connor Foley. So, you know, the tight end, who's being recruited by some Division I schools for football, including IU. See if the Wildcats are able to get him involved in the offense.
Yeah, I have been greatly disappointed up to this point that he has not been involved in this offense at all.
All right, so Winesapple looking to go long, but he's hit, and that ball's going to be picked. And right there is Cooper Ewing to stop it, but an easy interception there for Sam Denner. As Winesapple, I couldn't see if he got hit on that throw, but the ball just floated right there, and so now Denner actually makes the play, and Memorial third turnover, giving them great field position, and this is outstanding field position at the 26-yard line.
Winesapple didn't even lay eyes on Foley coming across the middle. And we talked about different guys playing different positions, but anyways, our outback, when Foley went 7 yards, cut across the middle, this guy was curling right in front of him, and they collided. But you have got to look for Foley.
All right, so Elpserman in the backfield there with Xavier Tyler. Look back to see the play change from the shotgun. But he gives it to number 6, and he's able to rush across the 25 to the 24, so he picks up 2 yards there. But, man, the Wildcat offense that just looks so promising on that initial drive, but just cannot protect the football. 2 fumbles and an interception, so a tough start after a great engineered drive by Will Winesapple.
Well, they've been able to, of course, with us mishandling the ball, but when we kept control of the ball, they've been able to get us in second, third, and longs. There it is, right across the middle.
We're getting him out of the pocket, but then now he's going to float one out there, and that is way out of bounds. So throws it out of the end zone there as he was trying to. Well, he's actually checking on someone who's in a wheelchair over there.
I will say this. I know he was out of bounds, but that young man almost brought that in with one paw.
And it was Leo Collins, number 11, not able to haul it in. So we'll set up a third down situation here, and the Cats have just really got to get a stop here.
Absolutely. But with a 13-7 lead with 6:57 to go, if Jasper moves them back, 4 or 5 yards, maybe we get break by a Memorial penalty. But if a Memorial gets it within 4, 5, 6 yards, they will be going for it.
All right, so now the Tigers call another timeout here. So Memorial using up their timeouts with 6:57 to go. We'll take a break. Tigers lead 13-7. It's 3rd and 7 when we come back here on 18 WJTS. All right, so the Memorial Wildcats 3rd and 7 from the 23-yard line, leading the Wildcats 13-7 as 5 wide receivers are split, 3 to our near side here. Elserman looking to his left side, chucks it out there, and it is complete. So he's able to hook up with number 11, Leo Collins, but it's not going to be enough for a first down as they'll spot this football at the
looks like about 3 yards.
18-yard line.
Yeah. I give all the credit in the world to Collins on that one. He went down and pulled that thing right off the turf. That ball was low and to the left, and he went down and got it. Nice job by him.
So a big play here for the Wildcats. Great opportunity. 4th and 2. Got to get a stop here.
Memorial's out of timeouts. I got to think that Tyler's involved in this.
High snap.
Nope.
Elserman's going to rush to his right side, and he chucks it out there. It falls incomplete, so the Wildcats good coverage downfield. And they got good pressure on the quarterback as he actually got knocked down on that play. So the Cats do the job defensively here.
Well, you said it, Craig, the coverage down. And he wanted to plant his foot, and there was another receiver coming down on the backside, but the pursuit was so tight on him. If he would have planted his foot to try to get that ball down, he was a dead duck. So, everybody came together on that play. Now the offense has just got to go back to the basics like they did at the start of the game and just march it down, get a score, get a lead, run the half out.
All right, so the Wildcats will start from the 17-yard line. And there's plenty of time on the clock, 6:06 to get a good drive going here for the Cats.
We've got all 3 timeouts, too.
Winesapple. I don't know if that was a misdirection play there or something, but he keeps the football and doesn't gain much, if anything.
Well, if it was something. Looks like he squeezed out a few inches. But he had heat on him as soon as he planted that foot and come around. But I'm with you. It kind of looked like a broken play.
All right, so no gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Clock running at 5:38. Cats with all 3 timeouts. This Wildcat offense just needs to get back the way they started. This time they give it to Sheeter on the left side, so he's able to rush for about 7 on that play. So they spot the football just right there at the 25. Will bring up about a 3rd and 3.
Now, just looking out here and having a thought, back when the Cowboys won the Super Bowls back in 93 and 94, Jay Novacek, he moved out, he was a tight end, but he moved out more of a slot. You know, Foley's 6'5", man, get him out there and use him.
Option here, Winesapple keeps it. So he tucks it tight this time, but not much there. So the Cats are not able to get the yardage for that first down, and they're going to be forced to punt here.
Well, if you want to look at a positive on that, we didn't turn it over.
Right. Thing is, we're going to be giving the football right back to Memorial.
Yeah.
So Connor Foley is back to punt for the Wildcats. I'd rather be calling his name on some offensive plays, but it's the first time we've called his number so far. It's on a punt, so he's able to get it. Low punt. See if it gets a nice roll there. And it's going to go right out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So Memorial will have the football. Plenty of time with 3:49, but no timeouts.
Yeah, it's it'd be interesting if Memorial gets a first down where Coach Lewis will want to use his timeout and, you know, try to save the clock for us a little bit. But the thing that could help Jasper out tremendously right now is if Memorial, you know, drops back and we can knock the ball down, you know, or a silly penalty on them. You know, we cannot have any silly penalties and, you know, just help them down the field. We've got to make a stand here and preferably a turnover. But we just can't let number 6, Tyler, just run crazy on us.
All right, so the Tigers with the football at the 40-yard line. Elfserman throws it quickly out to the left side. That's Norman with the football, and he's able to get to the 44-yard line. So a pickup of 4 on that play. Clock ticking, 3:36 on the clock.
Yeah, Memorial is going to be running no huddle pretty well from here on out, I would think, unless the stoppage of the clock. They were definitely built for it.
Elserman.
Good
now
pressure.
look at that pressure. Big time all over him. And trying to see who made the play. Was that 16? I believe it was. Ian Giesler making the play. I'll take that back. 19, Ty Wiseman. I'm going to get those numbers right before the night's over, but Ty Wiseman really just had a beat on the quarterback there.
We'll just call him the Flash because, man, he got out there and he was a man with a mission. And one thing is there was 3 or 4 times earlier in this quarter to where the pressure came to the quarterback, and once our guy was about ready to make contact, he rolled to the backside. He did such a nice job of closing it down. He had no spin move.
So actually on that play, I guess they're just changing footballs here. So as I say, Memorial has no timeouts.
All I know is the clock stopped.
So that moves the football back to the 32-yard line. So a 3rd and extremely long for Memorial here. The Cats have got to get a stop. Clock ticking at 2:34. Elserman looks in the middle of the field, and it's almost picked off. Just right off the fingertips. That's Albrand again.
Nice job of filling the gap. You know, he's guarding one guy coming through, and the ball's coming to his backside. There is a flag down now.
And it looks like it's in the backfield, so they're going to actually decline that, a hold on Memorial, so they're going to be forced to punt here. But Yeah, just the big play right there. Number 9, Ty Weinzapper with a 12-yard tackle for loss on the sack on the quarterback. So Jasper's going to get another opportunity here.
That couldn't have played out better for Jasper. We get to keep all our timeouts. Clock stop. Now if we handle this, you know, and their exchanges have been iffy.
So the kicker, Brown, is also the punter. And he gets a high punt there that's not going to be returned as it takes a bounce. And it continues to roll. So two things. It takes a little extra time off the clock, and it's going to roll all the way to the 25-yard line. So a good punt for Memorial there to basically the key thing with that is just not allowing the Wildcats for a return there. So it takes it down to 2-13. Memorial with a 13-7 lead over the Wildcats.
Well, I think what you said was key, that with the ball bouncing the way it did. And usually when the ball hits the ground that way, it kicks either right or left. But unfortunately for Jasper, that wasn't the case. But we didn't, you know, it got dead, but that, what, 5-6 seconds extra?
All right, so the Cats with the football right there at the 26-yard line.
We are not built for big scores in a short amount of time unless one of our running backs break it.
Well, we try to run straight up the middle and nothing there, and somebody's helmet fell off. It's a Memorial helmet. So the Cats just try a simple play up the middle, nothing there. Gain of maybe 1 on the play.
A lot of time going off here. We got 3 timeouts. Unless surely Coach Lewis is not just let's not make a mistake and get in the locker room. Wow.
Well, there's no sense of urgency right now. So with 1:36, 1:35, clock ticking, Cats now looking to throw, but now he's going to have to chuck it out there. Big time pressure all over the quarterback. That's number 34, Will Rogers, coming from a linebacker spot. So he was untouched.
I think we ought to take a little play out of the Memorial playbook and have him, you know, we run him up the middle, have him roll out. Man did, now granted, Blake Mann had a different kind of speed, you know, but still you roll him out. If the defender is not paying attention, you know, 15, 20, pretty quick.
Right. Man in motion, but they're going to give it up the middle, and that's Sheeter with the football. He's going to run to about the 35-yard line. Close to a first down if he got beyond the 35. 4th down, he's going to be short here, so the Cats see if we end up going for it. 4th and 1. All right, so actually I think they're going to try to milk this clock all the way down. Game clock's at 58, play clock's at 18, so they can take it inside a close to about 40 seconds here.
This makes no sense to me.
Well, the main thing is just you've got some issues on the offense and all that, obviously, with the turnovers that we've experienced here. So going in the locker room, we're actually fortunate to only be down by 6 considering. So 39 seconds on the clock. Jasper takes the timeout. So, but, yeah, I mean, you want to try to maybe get something going, but, again, you had 3 turnovers in the first half. So I think in this situation, maybe playing a little conservative, make some adjustments at halftime, you're still in the football game.
Yeah, and you know, we have talked over the years, there are turnovers and then there are turnovers. Now, from the way the ball is turned over standpoint, the turnovers that we had were caused by Jasper. They were not caused by Memorial.
Exactly.
And, you know, that's just the gifts. But when you have Day and you have Sheeter and you've got Foley, who I don't even know has been targeted here in the first half, I don't know. Maybe Coach Lewis is just not comfortable enough right now in our setups.
Well, again, you know, I just look at as far as what the defense was able to do on those last 2 Memorial possessions. I mean, Memorial had the football at the 26-yard line, and we actually, you know, gave it up on downs there and then forced the punt on the other possession, the last possession here. So, Yeah, I think, just in this situation, you just got to regroup at halftime. So 13-7, 39 seconds to go here in the first half as Foley's back to punt. Gets a way better punt this time. And see if it takes no, there we go. Now it takes a Wildcat bounce. And that's going to run the clock down to 27 seconds. So Memorial with no timeouts, ball at the 24-yard line. We'll see if they maybe try a play or two, but
well, Hurley's crafty. He may come out and he may try one. And if it works, go from there. Because in high school, of course, the clock stops on first down, but he may just go out there and kind of see what the setup is and, tap himself on the head, letting his quarterback know, hey, let's just eat it. It's not there. Let's go in with the lead. But definitely we got to get some guys with and get their helmets picked up here, through halftime. We got some really good players that look like they're going a little slow right now.
All right, so they pitch out. Cat's able to get in the backfield. But again, he's got breakaway speed, so you always got to be aware of where Xavier Tyler's going on the football field. And was he able to get out of bounds there? It looks like he did. So 20 seconds is where we're at right now. Gain of only about 3 on the play.
He brings the ball to the Tiger 27-yard line.
That wasn't a very good sign. I thought I knew who it was, but Ashton Sheeter was down there for a second. He's pretty important to this team.
Absolutely.
I did not like seeing that. It made my heart jump a little bit.
All right, so 2nd and 7 from the 27-yard line. So they run it straight up the gut. Cats make the stop there. And that should pretty well take us to halftime.
I think that's just Coach Hurley is like, we're just going to give it to Tyler. If he pops it, great. If not, just secure the ball and we'll go in.
All right, so first half is in the books of this football game, and the Jasper Wildcats jumped out early on the Memorial Tigers 7-0, but Memorial was able to take advantage of a couple of Wildcat fumbles and turn them into scores themselves, and they lead 13-7 here at halftime, here on 18 WJTS. All right, we're in halftime here at Enlow Field. The Memorial Tigers lead the Jasper Wildcats 13-7. And just a recap of the first half here. First of all, that initial drive for the Wildcats. First 6 minutes of the football game looked great for the Cats as they marched 77 yards for a score. And that included 5 rushes by the quarterback, Will Weinzappel. Had a 15-yard run by Isaac Day, and Sheeter got his feet wet with 7 yards on the drive. Nice hookup to Albrand on a pass play, but the main thing is the Wildcats were able to get in the end zone. Cooper Ewing actually from a tailback spot, bringing him in motion on the option play, and he had 4 rushes for 12 yards, including a 2-yard touchdown run. So the Wildcats had a 7-0 lead at that point. And then the Cats picked one off, and it looked like Cats were in great situation there, but we fumbled it right back to Memorial Tigers, and that led them on their first scoring drive where they were able to take it 6 plays, including actually it was a touchdown pass that Elserman threw to number 21, Jack Brackett. 5-yard touchdown play there, and the kick failed, so Memorial trailed the Wildcats 7-6 at that point. So the Cats got the football at the 26-yard line, but 3 plays later they fumbled the football right back to the Memorial Tigers, and they were able to take advantage again and take the lead 13-7 after a 25-yard touchdown run by Xavier Tyler. And then the Cats gave it right back to Memorial, but the defense was able to hold strong there as Memorial had the football after an interception at the 26-yard line of the Wildcats. And the Cats were able to stop them as they gave it up on downs. Cats punted on their next possession. Memorial punted on their next possession. And we eventually just ran the clock out there. And so taking a look at the first half stats, Ashton Sheeter led the Wildcats in rushing with 6 carries for 37 yards. Will Weinzappel with 35 yards. Isaac Day with 19. Cooper Ewing finished with 14 in the first half. Winds up was 3 of 6 passing for 20 yards, and all those 3 passes went to Jack Albrand. Memorial Tigers, they were led, of course, by Xavier Tyler, their tailback, 12 carries for 90 yards and a touchdown run of 25 yards. And Caleb Elfserman, 5 of 10 passing for 47 yards, 3 of those going to Dominic Norman for 36 yards. So, the Wildcats, though, the positive at the end of that, I mean, obviously it was a real shaky situation there with 3 turnovers and 2 of them leading to scores. But I thought the defense really played tight there in that second quarter to pretty well, stop Memorial.
Well, the one big plus that I will say about the black and gold was their defense. The 2 touchdowns that came off our turnovers. Defensive back, you could only put your defense in a tough spot so many times before the other team cashes in. But, Jasper was able to be resilient a couple of times. You were talking about down here. We had them on the 4th down. We had the big sack. We got them stopped there, got the ball back. Defense hasn't been playing terrible. A couple of the plays that they had, one on a long 1st down and then that touchdown over in the far corner.
Right.
That was exceptional. Sometimes you got to tip your hat. Those guys over there made plays. They went down on the turf to pick it up.
Right.
Jasper had decent defense on the quarterback, good pressure. He released the ball, and their guys just made a play. So
right.
you got to tip their hat there. I really feel that Jasper can come out and win this game because I think our defense is really solid. Once in a while we make a mistake with pursuit on Tyler, but the guy's a stud. He's got break speed, so he gets the outside. But all in all, I think they've done pretty good. It's our offense. Our offense has got to control that ball. They've got to get back to the first drive. There's an old saying out there. Once they had that first drive, they have proven to everybody on the Jasper sideline and then up here in the fans that they could do it. So now we expect them to do it. So they just need to get back to that mentality.
Yeah, the Wildcats did have 4 tackles for loss on that defense. Michael Beekler had a sack on the quarterback. Also, Ty Wiseman with 12-yard loss on his sack. And also a couple tackles for losses included Charlie Cabrick and Ashton Sheeter. So the Wildcats will kick it off to Memorial to start the second half. So Memorial's got set up deep. Josh Russell, he's another weapon on their offense. They weren't really able to get the ball into his hands much, just 1 carry for 2 yards. But again, Xavier Tyler has been the man for Memorial so far with 12 carries, 90 yards, and a 25-yard touchdown run. So,
well, Tyler's on our near side. We need to go far side. We need to keep the ball out of his hands.
Leonard kicks it off, and that's going to be an opportunity for Russell. So he's going to field it right there at the 10-yard line, just straight up. And the Cats have not been able to bring him down yet, so a great return all the way to the 45-yard line. So 35-yard return will set up Memorial with great field position to start this second half.
Jasper never closed the middle. I mean, he didn't have to plant his foot. He didn't have to adjust his speed. Once he got up to breakneck speed, Jasper never turned him at all. So, just with that, he was able to pick up another 8-9 yards. Got a heck of a return for him. Now our defense has just got to stand up.
So 1st and 10, the Wildcat defense is going to be put to the test early on here to start the second half. Elfserman looking to throw, and he's going to pitch it out here and a little bit low on the pass, and it's going to be incomplete. Trying to hook up there with Hugh Pierce, number 12.
Memorial does a really nice job of releasing their receivers. When they take off, I mean, our defensive backs are retreating, and then they plant their foot, and there's some pretty good timing. I mean, the pass, of course, was low and in the turf, but as far as the timing goes, when he was coming out of his hook, the ball was already in the air. And Jasper's going to have to play up a little tighter.
All right, Memorial coming out, throwing again. And he's able to hook up this time, and boy, he's able to get away from a couple would-be tacklers and comes up with a huge play. So he hooks up with Leo Collins on that play. So 10, 15 yards on the play, 1st and 10, now in Wildcat territory at the 40-yard line.
As soon as I make the comment about our guys are going to have to play a little bit tighter, it looks like that's what Hurley's trying to do, especially with the second right off the wide receiver screen on the far side, is get our guys to bite so they can go long.
Going to throw it again. Now this time they get it out to the right side, and that's Dominic Norman getting away from a couple of tacklers. So the Cats not really doing the job there on the edges as they're able to take another screen pass and turn it into a first down. So they're now in business at the 28-yard line, so a hookup of 12 there.
You know, Coach Roller, that used to be the one thing that made him come out of his seat, is when you're going up to make contact with the guy and your eyeballs are facing the ground. They got to be up. He just discarded two of our defenders and got an extra 6. They haven't even put it in Tyler's hand yet.
All right, now, oh, look at that play. Good job. That's actually
Connor
Foley making the play, coming from a defensive end spot, got right into the quarterback's face and knocks that ball away.
You know, maybe he can, do some lifting here on the heavy lifting on the defensive side of the ball. I got to think that we're going to target him a couple of times, but that heck of a job of coming in, getting your hands up, and being large.
So just underway here in the third quarter. Tigers with the football after the kickoff, lead 13-7. Second down and 10 from the 28. Cats get pressure. Now he gets away and he dumps it out there. He had to kind of throw across his body, so really tough to complete that play. So it falls short. Had that intended for Dominic Jordan.
Well, we're getting to the point right now to where when we drop back into and just hold our defensive patterns, that's where they're hitting them. It's like, I guess he's saying it is time to get some pressure and make him, get on the move. Because the one really weak spot that he's had was throwing on the run. Big play here.
All right, so third down and 10. A couple pass plays put him in this situation, but 2 incompletions so far in this series.
Tyler.
They give it to the tailback, and he's got an opening. He's going to be short of the first down as he rushes it to, looks like, to the 26-yard line.
That's 2
21,
down.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's 2 down territory. Running a draw play like that, I mean, that just tells you all you need to know. If he gets stuffed and it's still 4th and 10, then maybe they try to punch it in the corner and pin Jasper deep. But, 5-7 yards, and looks like they got about 7, the 4th down comes into play.
All right, so the last time Memorial was in this situation, the Wildcats were able to stop him on 4th down. So ball resting at the 21-yard line.
Tyler.
And he pitches forward, but it was actually a little shovel pass, and I don't think he got it.
I don't think so either.
So he was able to get to about, looks like they're going to spot it at about the 19, 18-yard line.
Boy, they gave him a really good spot.
And they're actually going to call for a measurement here.
I thought his knee hit on the twist, but they're closer than I am.
So a little shovel pass there going to number 9, Josh Russell.
The way they've got it marked, that just may be.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a car in the west parking lot. It's a white Porsche Turbo.
That's mine.
First down, looks like.
As they stretch the chains there. He's short.
Yeah.
He is short. So the Wildcats do it again. A 4th down stop. That's the second time they've done this tonight. Memorial was faced with a 4th and 2 situation earlier.
Boy, that was really close because you didn't see, usually you see guys immediately bouncing up and down and pointing in the other direction. That took a while. That really must have been tight. Could have done the old Ed Hockley's, fold the card over.
All right, so the Wildcats now, they're splitting out. Connor Foley as a wideout this time. 2 receivers to the far side, Foley to our near, so we'll see if the Cats are able to get big number 89 involved in the offense. Got a jump there, and this should be against the Tigers. Cats look like they held their own.
They're facing Jasper.
Oh, they are going
side.
to. Oh, wow. Wow, okay. All right. All right, so it goes against the Wildcats. I guess there was some movement there that the officials saw. So Cats start off with a 5-yard penalty.
Boy, I tell you what, when they're all lined up perfectly and you're the side guy and you're looking down that line, you could see any twitch.
So 1st and 15 now.
They're going to double up Foley.
All right, Winesapple keeps it this time, but he is stopped there by number 71 making his play from the defensive line spot. That's Caleb Collins. So Winesapple picks up about 6, maybe 5 or 6 on the play there.
Well, the big thing is with Winesapple is getting him confidence. You know, you come in, you're kind of thrown into the starting position. You know, you have a couple of blunders. It's real easy to get shaky hands, but you get him a couple plays like that, get more confidence back in him. He could be a terror, I believe.
2nd and 10. Winesapple keeps it this time again, and he is just met by a lot of blue there. So he's able to gain some positive yards, but took a nice pop there. So he picks up about 5, and actually a Memorial player is down right now.
You know, I'm really surprised that that's the first one we see, because with the heat and the humidity and all that, this is like your classic example of a game of, you know, guys falling down with cramps.
Right. And that might be the case there. Number 45 walking off the field there.
Yeah, he's like he's got one in the calf. He's keeping that pretty straight.
Yeah.
God, anybody that's played athletics knows what that feels like.
So Carrick Johnson's a junior, 6 foot, 200 pounds. So we'll go to the sideline. Cats facing a 3rd down situation here, 3rd and 5 after 2 5-yard runs by the quarterback, Will Winesapple.
No wide out on this side.
Winesapple's going to roll out, looking for Foley. Foley's there. He hauls it in and gets across the 50. So a good hook up there for the Wildcats. Finally get number 89 involved in the football game, and the Cats are in business in Memorial territory at the 47.
You know, now do we use that a few more times in there? That was a great call. They threw it up, and that was, I got to give Winesapple credit. That was a tough throw, thrown across your body, rolling to our strong side, and then you get it in those powerful hands of Foley. You know, once he gets those paws on it, you might as well forget it.
So a 30-yard hook up there. Winesapple finding Foley on a 3rd and 5. Now the Cats 1st and 10 from the Memorial 47. Given the left side, that's Day with the football. Nice run to about the 41-yard line. Pickup of 6 on the play.
You know, I definitely like Ashton Sheeter's power, but man, Day is crafty when he gets in there. He does a nice job of keeping his eyes open, seeing where the flow is coming from, and then rolling to the weak side. That was a heck of a run right there.
You know, and that's a key thing whenever you run that fullback position. You know, you don't have any lead blockers in front of you, so it's basically you got to read what the line gives you. And this time Winesapple keeps it. And we got a flag here, and that may be a face mask.
It's got to be.
Pretty sure it's going to go on number 85, Aiden Farmer.
But did you see Winesapple on that run right there? I mean, he shut that guy down. He came up and hit him, and he just threw him off to the side. You know, that's a powerful run, and that's what we need from him.
So it's going to be a personal foul, face mask, and they're going to march it off the run. So the run gained about 3 yards or so, but then a 15-yard penalty on top of it.
I was going to say, it. You know, his eyes were looking at the end zone, then all of a sudden they were looking straight down at the ground. And everybody here in front of us on the Jasper sideline, you know, they seen it and they were quick to react.
So that's going to set the football at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cats.
got Foley in tight again.
Cooper in motion. Chucks it out there. He's got a man wide open. And couldn't quite hit him in stride because he had a little bit of green in front of him. But he was able to connect right there. Did he throw it to number 16? So that is Ian Giesler making the play there. So a hook up.
You know, brother, I thought I was going to be able to help you out with these numbers. But unless the back of the jersey's facing me, I'm really struggling.
All right, so we'll call 7 yards on the hook up there. Ball at about the 15-yard line. Give to the left side. That's Sheeter pulling his way straight forward and gets into Memorial territory deep at the 5-yard line. So the Cats first and goal from there.
But did you see the way our offensive line fired off? I mean, Sheeter, as big and strong as he is, you know, you got to make contact with him right away. You let him get any steam behind that engine at all, you're in trouble. And our offensive line did a nice job of coming out low, driving the guys back, and letting him get some speed built up.
So 11 yards on the run, first and goal for the Cats. And here comes Winesapple. He's just going to follow his blockers, but he is knocked short. And Memorial saying they had the football, but Winesapple was down according to the officials, so the Cats will hang on to it there.
Yeah, it did kind of look like the play was over and he just kind of let the ball go. I get a little nervous about that. You know, sometimes these young guys, even like they have a breakaway before they cross the goal line, they're dropping the ball. It's just they don't think anything of it, you know. Until you're 100% sure you've heard that whistle, you secure that thing.
So 2-yard pickup there, second and goal from the 3.
Sheeter up the middle.
Actually, that's Day. Day gets the football on the left side. He tries second, third effort, and just shy of the goal line. So he's able to get it down to the 1. He had contact right at the line of scrimmage, had a little spin there, then came back to the left side. And the Cats will be facing third and goal from the 1.
Looks like the same gentleman's kind of cramping up again, number 70. You know, Memorial's flowing so hard. A little cross of the back may open up on the backside. Man was always so good about that, about planting his foot and cutting back. But, you know, it looks like it's there.
I think you're going to try some power here with Sheeter. He's going to plow. He's going to plow, and again, his size and strength gets it across that 1 yard they needed for the touchdown. So Ashton Sheeter gets his first career touchdown as a fullback for the Wildcats.
You know, you see some of those Memorial linebackers coming in about, 170, 175, and it's like, okay, Coach, we've got this 211-pound train coming towards me. You want me to slide in front of him?
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord. What a man.
So the toe of Sam Leonard will determine whether, now that we got the fire play here, so the Cats are going to have to get rid of it. Can he get to it? No. So could not handle the snap. It was a little bit low, so Cats are not able to take the lead. So Memorial had trouble with the snap on one of their touchdown point afters, and the Cats do the same here. So Jasper marches down the field. A nice 82-yard drive, finishes with a touchdown. They tie the football game at 13. Jasper 13, Memorial 13 here on 18 WJTS. Wildcats are able to tie up this football game 13-13. Key play was a 30-yard hookup. Winesapple finding Connor Foley on a 3rd and 5 situation. Set the Wildcats up in Memorial territory. A face mask penalty moved them even closer, but then good run straight up the middle. Finished off with a 1-yard plunge by number 30, Ashton Sheeter. 4:45 to go here in the third quarter as Leonard has it teed up.
We got Tyler on this side, and it looks like he's going to put his hands on it.
So Xavier Tyler will run it from the 8-yard line.
Cover your lanes.
Hesitated, now he's breaking away. If he can get away from one man, now it's Cooper Ewing. If he can catch him, he's got the speed, he's got an angle there. And he's able to get him down at about the 20-yard line, but boy, what a run there.
Very good stop-start speed. I don't understand. They've got him, you know, if we take the ball and we move it to the far hash and kick there, maybe they take him and move him over. But, boy, I tell you what, that's just one gentleman you do not want to see the ball in his hands.
So a 72-yard run on the kickoff. Cooper Ewing was able to prevent a touchdown, but Memorial now in business actually at the 19-yard line, so make it a 73-yard kickoff return.
You know, Ewing's got a little bit of speed on him. He did a nice job of, you know, that's the first thing. Keep him out of the end zone. Anything can happen. That was a nice job by Ewing.
So Memorial at the 20. And they're going to go for the end zone. Chuck it right up there, and a pitch and catch right there. He's into the end zone for the touchdown. So he's able to hook up with Leo Collins on the first play. And 19 yards gives Memorial the lead right back, 19-13.
Wow. That was a very quick answer.
So a 73-yard kickoff return by number 6, Xavier Tyler.
See if we can get a low snap on this one.
So Nico Brome out there to kick it.
Good snap.
Low snap, but now it's actually blocked, so it looked like he had a little bit low on the snap, and he couldn't get any lift on the football. So both teams having a tough time with their point after attempts, and Memorial leads Jasper by 6, 19-13, with 4:25 to go here in the third, here on 18 WJTS. Well, the Wildcats, with a nice long drive, 82-yard drive to tie this football game 13-13, but then it only took 2 plays, a 73-yard kickoff return by Xavier Tyler and a touchdown pass hooking up with number 11, Leo Collins, ties this, or actually gives Memorial the lead back, 19-13. So the Cats ball will be fielded in the end zone, so that will put the football at the 20-yard line.
Boy, I like that rule because he looked like he was going to bounce out, and it's like, no.
Yeah.
But, you know, they did blow the whistle. They've got to start. Let's march down the field. Memorial, you know, did a favor for us, you know. Go down, score, kick an extra point, we're up again. So, you know, it's too many times you see coaches, the guys hit the big plays, 2 plays, you know, the run back and then, of course, the pass. And then everybody's all fired up. But when they miss that extra point, even though you scored the touchdown, it takes some of that wind out of your sails. Let's see if Jasper can build some momentum off that.
Well, again, they're splitting receivers out again on this first play of the drive from the 20-yard line. Give us the day.
Not bad. Nice job bouncing out.
So he's able to rush to the 26-yard line, 6-yard pickup.
You know, one thing I like about Day is when he comes up and he bounces it in the middle, and then when he bounces back outside, when he bounces it up the middle, he's stepping up about a half yard to a yard, and he's keeping that, you know, as far down as he is as he comes around, instead of bouncing out and retreating. So every time he bounces out, he's gaining a yard, yard and a half, 2 yards. That was a heck of a run.
So 2nd down and 4. Weinsappel keeps it this time. He shows some quickness to the outside there. Gets the first down yardage. So he rushes that football to the 36-yard line. So a 10-yard pickup there for the quarterback. 1st and 10 for the Cats.
But more importantly, when he took on the contact, that ball was protected. You know, everything that grumbling, the turnovers in the first half, all that goes for naught if he learns from it.
Right. All right, so this time he's got Sheeter in the backfield with him, but the Cats continue to split 3 with 2 to the far and 1 near, that being Connor Foley.
Yeah.
And the thing is, look at the matchup. I mean, number 7 is
there
picking him up.
That was Day again, hitting that foot to the inside. And both these defenses on their pursuits on the outside, when that running back Tyler or whether it's Day bunches into the inside. They're biting on it, doing a great job. Their running backs doing a great job bouncing it out.
All right, so a 9-yard pickup on that play sets up a 2nd and 2. Ball's resting at the 46-yard line of Memorial, or of Jasper. 4 shy of Memorial territory there at midfield. Gives to Sheeter. Sheeter plows forward again. And look at that. He's really starting to get comfortable in that roll. Nice 14-yard run. So we'll set up the football at the 40-yard line.
Again, that's Memorial jumping up with the ball, but they had blown the play dead.
Right.
But the thing is, give Memorial credit for, when the running back hears the whistle and he's getting up. Who knows, man? Maybe they sell one.
All right, so Cats in Memorial territory now at the 40-yard line. Marched 82 yards on their last possession for a touchdown. This time, Winesapple keeps it again, and he's moving forward, so the
and both hands on the ball.
Right. So Wildcat rushing attack continues on. That's a pickup of about 8 yards there.
He did an excellent job of pulling that ball back in, because there was a blue shirt right there. He had one hand up on Day, and he was trying to knock the ball out. But, so far, Winesapple has learned from the first half, and he's really protecting that ball. Let's hope that trend, stays.
1:32 to go here in the quarter. Gives it to Day on the right side. Tries to bounce outside, but he's brought down, but should be close to that first down. I believe he actually had it if he got past the 30-yard line. Yes, he did. So pick up a 3, 1st and 10 for the Cats.
Of everything that Winesapple's done tonight, that was the most impressive to me right now. I mean, to make sure that was there, he was going down in a hurry. Their interior defensive linemen are starting to get some penetration in there. And if they hit us at the right time, right in the middle of the handoff, that could be trouble.
Inside a minute here in the third quarter, ball at the 29-yard line, 1st and 10. Winesapple keeps it. He's got room. If he can split through there. Oh, just shoestring tackle brings him down inside the 5. Will Winesapple having an outstanding series here running the football.
It's like 2 different players. First half, and when you've seen him now, I know thrown into a position and all that, he was kind of searching in that first half. Now it's like he's on a mission.
So the rushing attack for the Wildcats continues. 25-yard pickup there sets up the Wildcats. 1st and goal from the 4. 38 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Man in motion. Winesapple keeps it. Can he get there? Thought about pitching it. Did he pitch it to him?
It looked like they were trying to do something.
He did, because Cooper had the football. Man, that was a little scary there.
No,
he got it to Cooper right there.
No, I see that, but we're down inside the 5. This is Sheeter middle.
Right.
And if you're going to try to get crafty, get the ball into Day's hands. Don't go sideline to sideline. You got 211 pounds coming out of that backfield. Go over the top.
All right, so the Cats are moving right along. Went 82 yards on their first drive to tie the football game. Memorial came back with 2 quick plays to take the lead. Now the Wildcats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rushing plays. Gets them inside the 5 when we come back in the fourth quarter. 19-13, Memorial leads here on 18 WJTS. All right, we begin the fourth quarter. Jasper trails by 6, but they are inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal from there. Ashton Sheeter in the backfield.
Jasper will start the fourth quarter on the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal.
One man split out, and that's Albrand. He's almost all the way to the sideline to our near side. Gives it to Sheeter, wide open, plows in for the 3 yards.
Are they saying he's short? I didn't see any referees put their hands up. I've seen Jasper players.
I agree. But, yeah, obviously he scored. So, all right, so the Wildcats taking in. So they come right back with an 80-yard drive this time, all on the ground. Finished off with a Sheeter 3-yard run. So that ties the football game at 19, and these extra points have been crucial.
Yeah,
both teams struggling. Good clean snap. Kick is up, and he pops it through. So, and where's the penalty? My gosh.
No, they threw it.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
okay.
I've seen the flag come out. It went in between all the white shirts.
All right, so this is going to go on the kickoff. So this is the Wildcats' advantage as long as Leonard's okay. He's going to be kicking it. Gosh, probably from midfield or further.
You know, Jasper's done this in their games in years past to where they just went with the squib kick. I think any chance that you take getting the ball up in the air and putting Tyler's hands and letting him get into open space.
Well, based on the penalty, you should have enough toe to be able to get it to the end zone is what I do.
Well, I agreed, but I have seen some coaches take the idea of now that we're closer, let's just pop it up in the air, and it's a short height. You know, we'll get our coverage down, being that we got a little bit of, shorter field. You know, we're looking 10, 15-yard line. I just don't like the idea of putting the ball in Tyler's hand in open field.
All right, I tell you what, let's take a quick break here. Jasper leads 2019 here on 18 WJTS. All right, so they're actually, I guess, spotting the ball at the 45-yard line, so I guess that was just a running into the kicker. That's what they called.
Well, that's very nice of him because he got knocked down pretty good.
I know.
But you know what we say about officials, as long as they call it the same way on both sides, it's kind of a moot point.
Right. All right, so Leonard's got it teed up at the 45.
Tyler's on the far side, deep.
Rather see the ball go to Josh Russell or somebody else, but nope.
Tyler's
going to get it, but he takes him all the way back, and it's in the end zone, so no return. So good job there by Leonard. Outstanding kick. So Memorial will have the football at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
All right, Craig, I'm going to pull out a Jasper Evansville Memorial history lesson for you. I believe your brother was a senior as well as my brother, 19-0 going into the fourth quarter. Jasper comes back and wins 20-19. Look up the scoreboard, 20-19 Jasper.
Well, as long as the Cats can hold for one full quarter, basically 11:49 on the clock. So this Wildcat defense is going to have to hold tight here. Jasper 20, Memorial 19. Tigers will start from the 20-yard line after the kick into the end zone. Oh, actually misdirection there. Now the quarterback has nowhere to go, and is that Foley all over him? Yes.
You know, I know that everybody talks about the size of a man that Foley is, but he put him down, and I seen him tackling the blue shirt, but when his back was towards us, I didn't see any blue shirt. That was a nice job of shucking the blocker and also getting a hold of the quarterback. That is a very athletic play.
All right, so a loss of 10 on the play. 2nd and 20 from the 10-yard line. Elserman gets it out there complete. Cats are able to make the stop. So he gets back to about the 20-yard line. So Norman hauls it in.
You know, some of these passes that they're doing, I know that if you give them too much, they can move the sticks. But the thing about it is, if we can keep them in the first half when they were really starting to do some of their damage, it's the yards after they catch it. If we do what we did on that last play there and keep the yak yards down, we should be in pretty good shape.
Be aware here, Xavier Tyler is split to the left side with the other two receivers. Now the quarterback's able to get away, and he's going to scramble for a first down as he gets across the 30. Runs out of bounds there.
That was a heck of a play.
So Memorial keeps the football and the drive alive as they mark it right at the 30-yard line. And
you know, when he went up, when he made the decision and he pulled that ball down, he wasn't messing around. He went to top speed in a hurry, and that's exactly what you got to do, especially when you're looking at a 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 deep in your territory. Very nice play.
all right, so they spotted right there at the 30, so 1st and 10. 10-yard pickup on the scramble.
I think they got Tyler on the far side.
Russell gets the football this time. Not much running room there, so the Wildcats stuff him. Picks up maybe 2 or 3 on the play. Call it 2.
Number 9, Josh Russell on the carry. He gets a couple yards. Gonna bring up 2nd and 8.
Clock ticking, 10:09 on the clock here in the 4th quarter. Jasper with a 1-point lead.
Well, they're pulling Foley out to give him a breath. They shoved Wallace in there to take his spot.
Norman is the man split to our near side here. Little play action to the opposite way. Flags are flying. Throws a bullet. Nice dart that he completed there to Hugh Pierce, number 12, but this may be coming back.
Well, he was talking to Lewis, and Lewis didn't seem to get too upset, so I'd have to concur with you. You ascertained that pretty nicely, Craig.
Finally, you're able to use that word.
Well, you know.
All right, so this play is going to come back, so a big break for the Wildcats. There's a 12-yard hook up there, and they're going to march it back from the 31. So 5 yards back from there. Sets the football at the 27-yard line. So 2nd and about 13, we'll call it.
You know, I can use those big words, you know. I'm a fresh split Spartan from back in the day. Oh, my goodness. Yep, this is Jasper's done a pretty good job when they've had them in 2nd, 3rd, and long. So let's hope they continue.
All right, so Elserman calling a signal out there to his wideouts. And actually, Memorial's going to call the timeout. I don't think they like the setup there, so Hurley calls the timeout. We'll take a break. Jasper 20, Memorial 19, 9:44 to go here in the 4th on 18 WJTS. All right, so Memorial with the football after the timeout at the 27-yard line, needing 13 yards for a first down to the 40-yard line. 2nd down.
First time in a long time they've had Tyler in the backfield. Good pressure.
He's got a man wide open, and he's going to have the first down yardage. So, again, just a nice little button hook up to Leo Collins, number 11.
Yeah, he knew where he wanted to go, and he delivered the ball. When our guys break down, and we did a nice job of breaking down and holding our stance, but when you break down and you see their receiver doing button hooks, which they have done, whether it be screens, whatever, that seems to be their big move, you got to collapse on him. You can't sit there and wait. Elsterman's starting to get some heat on that ball and get him out in a hurry, so you have to react quickly.
So 15-yard hook up there, 1st and 10 for Memorial with 9:14 to go.
Here he is.
Now they give it to the tailback, Tyler, but look at job there defensively for the Cats. Looking for the number.
Tyler, the carry, wrapped up by number 19.
Again, would love to know who that is.
Number 19 is what they're saying. It'd be Wiseman. I will say, whoever wrapped him up, I mean, his hands were locked in the front, and Tyler had no chance. Very nice tackle.
All right, so 2nd down. Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11.
Dropping it back, dropping it
Foley's
back.
right there. He was bouncing around. He had a chance to just take him down, but they actually flush him out of the pocket, so another loss. Oh, man.
Well, it looked like he wanted to turn and come over here to Leo Collins that was on our sideline.
Yeah.
You know, our sideline of the field. And, well, you got 6'4" there with, long arms. Foley did a really nice job of not only getting his arms up so he couldn't throw it over the top, but also keeping a good base to where he had no chance to bounce around it.
So we'll call it another 1 yard loss there. Brings up a big third down situation here, 3rd and 12.
We got Tyler on our side.
Oh, and the Cats jump off. Man.
You see, that confuses me a little bit because they definitely broke the line of scrimmage. But we've seen about 3 or 4 times. They didn't make contact, but we've seen 3 or 4 times tonight. The line of scrimmage has been broken. And no flags came out.
So an offsides by Jasper, marches it up 5 yards, but still.
Very manageable for our defense.
Instead of 3rd and 12, now 3rd and 7.
Come on, guys. We need some fire out there. Tyler to our near side.
Elsperman gets rid of it, connects. Can he be? Oh, he's actually going to be short.
He should be short by about 2 yards.
Yeah, they're going to mark us at the 49-yard line.
That was a good ball, though, man. Elsperman's getting it out there in a hurry.
Ooh. So 13 to 12. Goes for about 6 yards there. So now you're talking 4th and 1, and it looks like a pretty long one.
Well, I tell you what, Craig, this could be it.
Huge opportunity for the Wildcat defense. You get a stop here and ball at midfield, especially the way they've been running the football. If they can just sustain another drive and finish this game out, but you got to make a play here. This could be a very key situation.
I got to think Tyler up the middle or the quarterback on the rollout.
High backfield behind the quarterback. And they give it to the fullback, and he's stuffed. But, oh, man, did a second drive give it? I don't think he did.
I don't think he got
it.
There,
that lineman or line judge right there is coming right out at the 41-yard line. He is going to be short unless the opposite side.
No way.
No, Jasper stops it. Huge stop for the Wildcats. So they try bringing in an eye backfield with a fullback, and they give to the first man through, and the Wildcat defense was right there.
You know, Craig, you and I over the course of time, regardless of whether it's been our pro teams, college teams, whatever, we see these coaches try sometimes to get too slick. Why that ball was not in Tyler's hand is beyond me. But, hey, you know, what's the old saying? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. So we need to go down, punch it in.
Yeah, so Memorial actually 9 plays on that drive, but stopped right there at the 49-yard line. So a huge opportunity for the Cats. They can take it this 51 yards.
Nice run.
Look at that. Good job by the Cats to get to the outside. Then a nice cut up there. So Isaac Day gets into Memorial territory down to the 44-yard line. So a nice pickup of 7 on that first down run.
Well, I think you've just seen what Jasper's going to do, unless, you know, a silly penalty or something like that, the rest of the game. You got Sheeter, you got Day, you'll have Wines Apple roll. But I would have a stinking suspicion this ball's going to stay on the ground, which it should.
So 2nd and 4. Boy, there's a little space there between Foley and the defensive back, and they throw it out to him. If he can get it to him, Foley lowers his head, and he's going to get the first down yardage. So a nice pickup of about 4 on that play. 1st and 10.
Boy, couldn't have been more wrong on that play, huh?
Well, I think it was a read because, I mean, they both just looked at each other right when they got to the line of scrimmage. So that might have been an audible or something there. Yeah,
very well could be. And if that's the case, that's really good to see when you got communications going out there.
So the pass play goes for 4 yards. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats as the clock ticks. 6:42 on the clock.
Memorial's already burned 1 timeout.
Ball rested at the 40. Just 1-man split this time. That's Auburn to our near side. 1-point lead for the Cats, 20-19. Now they give it to Sheeter on the right side.
Jasper should have had a flag. Our slot back stood up, and he went back down, you know. But because we had nobody else in motion, he could reset because he did not make a movement towards the line of scrimmage.
We'll call it a 2-yard gain there for Sheeter. 6:08 on the clock.
Big down.
Cats split 3 this time, 2 to our near. Sheeter in the backfield, he gets it. North and south. This time he is heading north on the football field. So he's able to get across right to the 35-yard line. So Cats 5 yards away from a first down.
So are you thinking 2-yard territory or 2-down territory?
Oh, definitely here.
I mean, we can't have a silly penalty, or if we get 2 or 3 yards, I'd say it's a guarantee. 4th and 5 may be questionable.
All right, 3rd down and 5. Wishbone backfield.
That's what I was looking for.
Man, that kind of was slow to develop as they gave it. Was that Day? Yeah, actually Day got the football, but Winesapple was a little slow getting to that spot to get it to him. So the Cats looking at a 4th and 3 here. .442 on the clock right now. Jasper 1-point lead. Football resting at the 33-yard line. They got to get to the 30. 4th down.
See if they bring heat up the middle. Looks like Coach Lewis is going to, yep.
All right, so the Cats wanted to see what Memorial had there defensively. They're going to make their adjustment. We'll take a break. Jasper 20, Memorial 19 here on 18 WJTS. All right, big situation here for the Wildcats. 4:32 to go, 4th and 3.
Watch the linebackers crashing. Here they come.
Little play action.
There
Dump
it is.
it out there. He's got a man. Good play for the Wildcats as he's able to hook up with Ian Giesler. Little play action there on a bootleg play. And Giesler hauls it in for the first down. Huge play for the Wildcats, getting that 4th down conversion. Now having the football at the 23-yard line, so a 10-yard hook up there.
Coach Lewis, I tip my hat to you. That was a brilliant call. You bring the guy out on the rollout if the defensive backs are up tight against the receivers, and he had 2 of them that were about 10 yards apart, then that gives him enough time to go around. That was a great call.
1st and 10 for the Cats from the 23-yard line. Inside of 4 minutes, and Memorial jumps off this time.
Tyler's trying to sell it on Jasper, but
they made contact.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way that's on white. Okay. Made me nervous when the referee was looking the other way.
So a 5-yard penalty. So that moves it into the red zone at the 18-yard line.
Jasper's growing up in a hurry. They punch this in. They have shown that they are for real.
Just protect that football as Dave comes in on the ISO play. Gets across the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Well, you said it right there, Craig. Protect the ball. I mean, that's the number one thing right there, you know, and it should be on all plays, but Jasper's not looking for the big break. I mean, if it comes, great. You know, we get up the middle and we break it to the end zone, great. We'll take it all day long and twice on Sunday. We're just looking 4 yards, 5 yards, 8 yards, you know, move the chains,
right.
Keep the clock running.
3:22 on the clock. 2nd down and 1. Sheeter in the backfield now. Give it to him. He gets the yardage. Still plowing. Again, cradle that football. Move those sticks. So the Cats now get it down to the 10-yard line.
You know, I'm sure Winesapple's getting a little bit of help from Coach Lewis here on the side. You know, Coach Lewis probably putting up his hand, wait, and snap it. But 4 seconds, that ball came up through the center. And we did a really nice job there. They've got 2 timeouts left. They can't afford to waste them frivolously.
All right, so we're now down to 2:48 on the clock. Winesapple, play clock at 8. 1st and goal from the 10. Sheeter inside the 5, so a 6-yard run there. Actually, they're going to spot it right at the 5, but main thing, keep moving it. Look at that clock run down to 2:27. Jasper with a 1-point lead. 2nd and goal from the 5.
Well, we should be about 158, 159 when we snap this ball. Take that back about 156. Even if we don't score, you would think that Coach Hurley would have to burn one of his timeouts.
Right. And so Jasper's taking it down. Coming up on 2 minutes to go. And at that point, we'll be with that 8 on the game clock. So we're 158. 2nd and goal from the 5. Main thing is just finish this drive. And there it goes. Is he in? Touchdown! Jasper. Isaac Day from 5 yards out. But boy, the rushing attack just pretty well took over this football game here in this second half. 1 minute and 50 seconds to go. Very important to kick this extra point. Jasper with a 7-point lead. An extra point will make it 8.
Well, you have alluded to it several times, Craig. The difference right now between the Jasper team of the first half and the second half is the protection of the ball. You know, they're getting contact. They're wrapping it up solid. There's no more loaves of bread in their arms.
Snap is there, kick is there, and it's straight through. So Leonard puts it through. Jasper leads by 8 with 1:50 to go. 27-19 here on 18 WJTS. Come out for the kickoff. 1:50 to go. 8-point lead. Now in this situation, do you want to squib kick this time? Because, you know, the main thing is
Yeah, but
we've seen what Tyler can do.
Yeah, but look what Jasper's done. They brought it to this hash mark.
Right.
I would think that Memorial would switch Tyler and is it Collins or Gordon over here,
Yeah.
number 12?
Actually, Pierce.
Pierce.
Yeah. All right, so Leonard has got it teed up. There's his boot.
Nice job.
Pierce is going to field it at the 5.
He's cutting
Full
backside.
head of steam.
Come
Now
on.
he's got an opening. He makes a cut there. Now Memorial with great field position, so a huge kickoff return there of 40 yards. So in just a matter of seconds there, the Wildcats give Memorial at least a better opportunity here as they'll start from the 45-yard line. So a 40-yard kickoff return for number 12, Pierce.
Well, the one thing that, in my opinion, that Jasper's really done well tonight is when they have brought pressure and made Elsherman, you know, kind of stroll and throw the ball and run. He's not bad, but definitely not when he plants his foot. Let's see if we bring some heat. Here we go. Nope. Playing it safe, playing it safe.
Throw it out here, and he gets out of bounds. Got to be careful not to have a late here. So he connects to Leo Collins.
Well, that's the second time tonight Collins, if Elsherman puts that in the right spot, he may still be running, but he threw it awful low, and, you know, the tall guy had to go down off the turf and get it. You know, that was a really nice job.
So that stops the clock with 1:36 to go. Ball resting at the 47-yard line, so 7 yards on the hookup. Wildcat defense has got to put the stop here to Memorial.
Oh,
High
there
snap,
it is. There it is.
tough play. Foley's going to chase him down. And he throws it away. There's nobody there. Nobody there.
That's got to be a flag.
There's
That's
got to be a
flag.
penalty flag on this. You have got to be kidding me.
There's got to be.
You have got to be kidding me if they haven't thrown a flag on that. There was nobody there. Absolutely nobody there. There it goes. There it goes. I was going to say, you know, I've been biting my lip tonight and biting my tongue mainly. But boy, I was going to say you cannot.
You know,
So this is a huge, and this is a loss of down too.
Yeah. You know, the last time I seen you get that excited is when Jamie brought you supper, and you're like, "What do you mean there's no macaroni and cheese on here?"
Right.
But anyways, is that only 5 yards?
Well, from the spot of the foul.
Yeah, but I thought it was 15 from the spot.
No.
But 5 yards lost it down. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
lost
with
it
you.
down.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, so that pushes the football. So,
Oh man, did this just play out well in Jasper's favor now? As we talked about earlier, these young men will have certain opportunities in their life. One is placed in front of them now. What do they do with it? This was an Achilles heel of Jasper last year, 3rd and long, and we would give it up. They've done a heck of a job tonight. No sense in breaking that streak now.
So 3rd down and 22.
I crash my ends hard. I mean, Foley's done such a nice job of getting big and forcing him.
All right, so the clock is stopped with 1 minute 30 seconds. Ball sits right there at the 33-yard line. I got to get in the Wildcat territory to the 45. So again, 3rd and 22. That's what Memorial's facing right now.
Well, you know, Coach Hurley is thinking at least get half of this back. Anything more is a plus.
Oh, the play clock goes down. So wow, we got a 5-yard penalty on top of it. Delay a game. Oh my goodness.
I will say this. I was looking down here at Coach Lewis over here. Man, he got a lot of air between the ground and his feet when he looked and seen that play clock at 0. He was getting the officials' attention. He's got some hops on him. Props to him.
So another penalty on top of it. So the delay now moves it back to the 28-yard line. So 3rd and 27.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Good pressure.
Elserman.
Good throw.
Chucks it out there. Connects. So he gets it. A good chunk of it there.
Timeout Memorial, I'm sure.
All right, so he connects it to number 8, Dominic Norman. So that sets up Memorial now at the 48-yard line. So a 20-yard hookup. That's a big chunk there. But Memorial calls the timeout with 1:22 to go.
Well, just as we had said earlier in their returns, sometimes when they have a broken play, Jasper had a really nice pressure on him, and he stepped up, and Jasper got out of their lanes a little bit, but it was kind of like a broken play, and then he just made a play. He put the ball where it needed to be, and the receiver, bobbled it, but he kept his concentration. It is a big chunk, but boy, oh boy, oh boy. The plate is laid in front of Jasper's feet. I hope they can pick it up and take it home.
Right. Yeah, so the ball's now at the 48-yard line. So 4th and 7 is what the Wildcats will be up against. So the Wildcat defense maybe just one play away from putting away this football game.
Coach Hurley has made some incredible calls over the course of time. I think it'd be a long shot, but, a draw play, if our pursuit's coming in hard, and you put Tyler out there, if you can get him in open space on the draw, that could be a big play. I hope our linebackers are going to stay home, but now the Jasper crowd's going nuts.
He's in the backfield right there, so you never know. I mean, again, Xavier Tyler is a weapon.
Bringing the house.
Get the pressure there. He just launches it out there. He's got a man, but he overthrows him. And the Jasper Wildcats are going to knock off the Memorial Tigers to open up this 2021 football season.
Impressive.
So the Cats got the pressure on him. Force Elpsmerman to chuck it out there. He did have a man, Hugh Pierce, but again, he was just kind of thrown off his back foot there and just couldn't get a good beat on the football. And oh, man, the Wildcat defense and the Wildcat offense here in this second half.
Well, we talked about controlling. We had the turnovers, but we controlled the line of scrimmage. But when they brought the house there, when Coach Roller back in the day, I finally got it back in the day in, when he called the stunt, the red hot, man, as a linebacker, you just fired up. And Jasper was just all over him. Great job by the Cats.
We're all standing here applauding as we're right here with the crowd tonight on the visitor side, right in the middle of the action, right here at the 50-yard line. And, man, just a couple snaps away to finishing off this football game. 27-19, Jasper over the Tigers. 48 seconds now, 17 on the play.
Jasper's lost this game. It looked unfavorable several times, but they never stopped. That's awesome.
Apple takes another knee.
Black and gold did not hang their head. They put that hammer to the door and kicked it in. Excellent job.
So Jasper really kind of put themselves in a few tough situations there in the first half. Falling behind 13-7 at halftime. But man, oh man, coming up with a big win here over the Memorial Tigers, 27-19 as the clock ticks away.
So I'm sitting here and I'm really to see. I know it's high school, so as far as this level go, it's big boy football. But man, look how fired up they are.
Look at that, they're coming over to the student body.
That's right.
All fired up.
Show some love.
Already seeing the fight song coming up here, but man, what a win, because honestly, Memorial returning 20 starters from an 8-4 team last year. I know they started off slow, losing their first 3 games, but then won 8 straight before they lost in that sectional championship game against Central. But man, a lot of experience coming back in this football team. But I'll tell you what, it was just the Wildcat defense, particularly, really putting the pressure on the quarterback that I think really just disrupted Memorial's offense, especially in the second half.
Well, you're right. The miscues that we had in the first half, which kind of stalled, Brett Weiner, a buddy of ours, he's like, we're lucky to be down 13-7, but what we had talked about at the beginning of the game, control the ball with the run, and your defense, get some big stops. And I agree with you. I think our defense was definitely key to this game. Gave our offense a chance to get some traction and get moving. So Connor Foley, Sheeter in the backfield for the first time did a good job. But we can look all the way around here and say nice job to this guy, and this guy. It just wasn't one guy. Great team win.
Well, and I tell you another thing too. I mean, Apple, great opening drive, took us right down, score. We're up 7-0. 2 fumbles and interceptions, so a little shaky there in the second half, or in the second, in the first half. But, what I was really impressed with was his poise in the second half. I mean, the engineering of the sustained drives that we had. I mean, Memorial started off with a 35-yard kickoff to open the second half, but the Wildcat defense, basically got the football back on downs, but then the Wildcats, starting from the 18-yard line, went on an 82-yard drive, finished off with a 1-yard touchdown run by Sheeter there to tie the football game at 13. And then, again, a 73-yard kickoff return. We just really need to work on that part because we had a 40-yard kickoff return late. So, again, 35, 73 yards, and a 40-yard kickoff return. So Memorial got really good position there, but they were able to score on that second drive there just on 2 quick plays, or, counting the kickoff return and then the touchdown pass. But then another nice drive for the Wildcats to get that lead right back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rushing plays. Takes them 80 yards to take that lead at 20-19. The Cats forced Memorial in some tough situations, like on that 3rd and 12. And, then we make the stop on that 4th down. So that gives us the football right back at the 49-yard line. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plays on that one, to basically take the lead 27-19. And at that point, you're controlling the football game.
Well, Jasper's defense did such a great job. I mean, in the second half, now if we're calling the game for Memorial, I'm all over Hurley for not getting Tyler the ball more.
Right.
But on the other side of it, if you look what Jasper did and what they took away, the big changes in the second half as compared to that was the protection of the ball, as you alluded to. The yards after catch were non-existent, in that. Making a big play when you need to, and Jasper's offense keeping Memorial's offense off the field.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
But,
and again, that's what those long drives do. Again, you're milking clock, you're moving the football, you got field position your way. I mean, it's just outstanding what the offense did. And, the defense doing their job, obviously, too, was pretty well taking control, especially in that 4th quarter.
There was not what we would call anybody. Well, we had Dawkins and Man last year, but there wasn't anybody out there that you could say had a superstar performance. But the black and gold, all 11 guys out there playing this one team, there was superstar all over it.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, and,
Right.
and it was that was some of the best team football that I've seen in a long time. And I tip my hat to black and gold. That was impressive.
Well,
and,
again-
and kudos to Coach Lewis for calling that rollout right here.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I figured we could do this or we could do that. Well, I'd never seen that coming. That was great.
Right. You know, and the other thing that's really key with this football game is that, you know, again, it establishes what the Wildcats are going to really want to do with their offense. I mean, run the football, pass the ball with some good play action plays and all that. You know, eventually we got the ball in the Foley's hands on a big play. You know, but again, you got to utilize your weapons. I thought in the second half we just really did that.
Absolutely. The pass to Foley was huge. You know, we would personally like to see him targeted a little bit more, but maybe that was Coach Lewis seeing what Memorial was doing. He didn't feel it. You know, they won the game. Coach Lewis absolutely knows what he's talking about.
Right.
But they did. They made the big plays. They had some really nice runs, the 6s, the 7s, the 8s, you know, get us in second and short. You know, just impressive. You know, we had the big sack over here that really put the hurting on Memorial.
Yeah.
I'm just proud and to see the smile on these guys' faces, because you and I were driving down here and we were saying, all right, this is going to be tough for Jasper, but if they do this and they execute, we could see where they could pull this game out. There wasn't too many people giving the black and gold much of an opportunity,
Right.
which what you said, you know, you got a team, 20 starters, not 20 lettermen, 20 starters coming back.
Right.
And then put the hammer down on them the way Jasper did. We got a lot of love in the heart for the black and gold tonight.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to get our hands on the stats here. He's actually walking over here. All right, we're back once again. I had to run down and get the stats from Dave Messmer. Appreciate what he did for us tonight, getting those to us, because he's on the far side there. But, man, I just really want to see what the Wildcats did offensively as far as rushing the football. 49 rushes, 245 yards compared to Memorial. 23 rushes, 83 yards. But I tell you, you know, I think Memorial kind of walked away or went away from their rushing game a little bit early in that game.
Yeah, but, you know, I know people can say, well, you know, that hindsight's 20/20 and all that, but honest Injun, to anybody that listens to this broadcast, you and I were talking about if Jasper can get around the 200-yard mark,
Yeah.
of course anything over that is great, but we knew that we didn't have the breakaway guys, especially early in the season. First game, you know, Sheeter's just getting into, although he has speed to break it, you know, you got to keep your head up. There's a lot of things you got to learn. Going from center to running back is a tough thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, with that being said, you know, we said, you know, the big mark was around 200 yards. And if we knew that was going to be 5-6 yards, that was going to eat the clock, keep Memorial's potent offense off the field.
Oh, no doubt.
And, boy, Jasper, I tell you what, man, I couldn't be prouder of a team than the performance. This was a solid victory.
Absolutely. 59 plays, 317 yards compared to Memorial's 46 for 234. But look at the balance on the rushing side. Winesapple, first start as a quarterback for this team, 17 carries for 89 yards. Ashton Sheeter, 15 carries, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns. Isaac Day, 53 yards and a touchdown. Cooper Ewing, 15 yards and a touchdown. So, again, that backfield did the job. And Winesapple, very resourceful with the passing, 7 of 10 for 72 yards and the big 30-yard hookup that he had with Connor Foley.
Yeah, it was a very nice job of calling, you know, that we were all fired up, especially me, when seeing the big fella Foley out here catch that ball. But that was third and long, man.
Right.
You know, that was an iffy call.
Right.
But, you know, sometimes, as Kurt Guxell has said, you got to have dudes, and he is a dude. Just let him get his strong mitts on there. He's an all-round athlete. I think the baseball he hit in Bloomington South has been reported the other day of actually coming down.
Oh, yeah.
But he's got power, he's got smarts, and like you said earlier, you know, he's got some nice programs looking at him.
Right. All right, and defensively, the Wildcats doing a great job with 7 tackles for loss, including Ian Giesler had 1, Michael Beekler, excuse me. Ty Wiseman had a couple for 13 yards and loss. Cale Schmidt was the one that had that one play for 9 yards loss. We were trying to figure out who that was. It was actually Cale Schmidt, and but just an outstanding job by this defense doing the job tonight. So Jasper wins it 27-19 to open up the season over the Memorial Tigers. Next week we'll be on the road again against the Evansville Harrison Warriors back down here in Evansville. And Memorial will be at home right on this field against Evansville North. So Jasper starts off 1-0 on the season. So for Bob Welp and Jeremy Marcos on the video, Wildcats win it tonight 27-19 here on 18 WJTS.